Hello, this is OGMoo-cow, and welcome to another live stream. And I just remembered I forgot to change my microphone to put it not in hands-free mode because the audio sounds really weird right now. I don't know why my headphones always put it in like weird hand mode if I try to use their microphone. That just completely messes up so many things. And why is the input volume all the way down in settings? Okay, let me fix that. I'm already yapping. Yap away. This is what we do. Okay, welcome to Pyre. Yes, I already knew this. Okay, in here. Oh, and we must pass the wall of 52. Because, yes, 52 is the new 6-7, because I was sick of that meme, and so I started spamming 52 everywhere instead. It's very fun. And everybody is always very confused. Good tips, good tips. Let's see. That loaded kind of weird. This structure's so big my render distance isn't even loading it. Or my render distance is so low. What is my render distance? Video settings. 4 chunks. And not great. And I am playing from a laptop that doesn't even have a GPU though. And I still was able to get this glowing effect. Okay, alright, I need to fix that real quick. So, game mode, creative. Oh, right, I uninstalled World Edit. Stupid. Okay, I need to put water in here, but I need to not waterlog these, and I need to not accidentally enter the portal, but I need to fill this entire thing with water. Which, as you can see, is not going very well. I have an idea. I know how to fix it. I just need to do that to get that in there. And then if these blocks are waterloggable, then no, that's too complicated. I have to like switch and then break and then do that like 5 times. What? Why am I not able to place her there? What the heck? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna Ugh. Okay, let's fix this. Let's fix this section of the lobby. I wonder why my plugin for making people bounce stopped working. I used to be able to make rocket launch pads, but that doesn't work anymore. And the bubbles are ending somewhere. So we're going to look for exactly where they end. This is such a mess. I just wanted to put a bubble column here. I don't know why it's being so weird about it. It's not even letting me... Yeah, it's flowing down. Why is it flowing down? Okay, we're gonna replace all the water. So go down to where the bubbles last stopped. Do the bubbles continue? Yes, okay. So then when I do that, the bubbles should continue. And then there, they don't. It's a little weird, don't you think? Hold on. Let me just figure out exactly what's happening. So now if I sink down to the bottom, hold on, let me just patch that up. Here's what we're gonna do, because this is clearly not working. I'm just gonna use the old what do you call it? Seaweed? Is it called seaweed? No. Oh, kelp. That's what it's called. Right. Kelp. So then I need dirt. Dirt. And then I need to pick block that. Dirt. Kelp. Bone meal. So now This should now allow for a clean. There we go. That was clean. Okay. Fixed. All fixed. And kind of laggy. Why is it laggy? What? Hold on. I don't want to open F3 right now because then I'll expose. Well, I was going to leave anyway. I don't think I'm going to stay here. So what is my FPS? Not great. How can I improve that? I installed a mod that I think I'm going to uninstall. So let me go here. It was like called, was it, wow, was it, no, it wasn't Glow, was it, it was Shine, right? That's probably what's causing the issue. So now if I restart the client, oh, and then also closing Discord probably helps because that thing eats a lot of memory. So if I can close it, that would help. Bro, this is taking forever. The heck? Dude. Unable to play empty sound event Minecraft entity cod.ambient? What? Bro, I think it's having problems. It loaded though. So maybe now it won't be like 2 FPS. Did that help? Not really. Ember Class. Did it help in this situation? Oh, significantly. Okay. There we go. For not having a dedicated GPU, that's pretty good, actually, that I can get it to even run at 70 FPS. Now we just leave away from spawn. So how does one go away from spawn? Not that way. This way. Not that way. Not that way. This way. No. That way. Okay, so now we just travel for a couple thousand blocks. What did I do last time I traveled the ocean? I had a song about traveling the ocean, but I don't remember how it goes. It's like, boating the ocean, looking for a place to live. Boating the ocean, looking for a place to live. Or something like that. It was a very weird song. It's raining. Why is it raining so much? I hate this rain. Well, I don't really, because it's actually not that bad. You know, I'm just kind of being a little bit delusional. What is that? Okay, we're living here. No, not actually, though. That would be kind of sad. But this is interesting. I'm a little confused as to what it's supposed to be. It's like sitting on a lily pad, which is nice. But yeah. Bro, I can't even ring the bell. Down we go. Don't get caught in there. Which way was I even going? Shoot, I got myself kind of turned around. But I guess if I was parked on that side, then I was probably going this way. I don't know why I'm holding this beer. I just wanted to. Can you not keep it out for very long? And you can't put it out mid-row, so how are you supposed to gather enough speed? Because it takes time to accelerate, but in that time, the spear drops. So, like, how do you even use it? I can't tell if there are trees over there or if that's just the chunks ending. I think it's just the chunks ending. What? Why does that have copper? Is that copper? Oh. Oh, bro, Bro destroyed my boat. What the heck? Bro's gonna destroy me. Do I have doors? Do I have wood? Do I have anything that could potentially... Why is there a blue arrow in the side of my screen? Oh, whoa. I think I might have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Bro, this is cool. But I'm literally about to die unless I find a way out of here. Why did I come down here? That was a stupid idea. And I lost everything. Wow. No home bed, so I can't even get back to that location I was at. I literally lost everything and have to start over again. Why am I so bad at this game? This is stupid. Okay, let's try this again. And this time, I'm gonna go live happily ever after in a place and hopefully not get destroyed by griefers, because there's a chance that could happen. But I'm just gonna go exploring, because I really like to explore, but I need a home base first, just somewhere I can put my extra stuff, so that if I die, I don't just lose everything and reset, and then get constantly beat up by PvPers because I don't have any gear, and I'm already terrible at PvP. Like, just the whole situation is just a mess. So I just need to do better. Tiny spiders. Tiny spider. Why did I make them tiny? I'm starting to regret my life's choices. Specifically making spiders tiny. I don't know why I thought that was such a brilliant idea. It was not. It was a terrible idea. But yeah, I just need to go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. this way. And then we go up here, and we just keep running and running and running. So much of this world has already been explored, which might cause problems when the Sulfur Cube update drops. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be game changing for so many things. But yeah, it's probably gonna be a few weeks till I update. It always is. Depends on the time of year too. The last update, I just updated the latest version like 2 days ago. And they're already coming out with another one tomorrow. Which is fun. I should do a live stream tomorrow testing out random features in it and trying to make the most absurd redstone build possible I can. That'd be fun. I think I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with the whole via version support thing. Because people always update their clients and then try to join servers and they're like, the server doesn't work. Is it bugged? And I'm like, no, it's not bugged. There's not a working version of via version out yet, which lets newer players join older servers. That usually takes like 3 days. So for the first 3 days, I always get at least one person being like, bro, I can't join. It was working just fine yesterday. And I'm like, did you update your client? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, well, the people who make the client bridge haven't had time to update yet. These things take time. Why do I hear an Ender Dragon? Okay, those daily events were very bugged and overpowered. And I don't know what I was thinking with those. And I'm gonna release a new event system. It's gonna make more sense. It's gonna be maybe like twice a month or like once a week or something. And I'm gonna be in control of the events a little bit more than just chests spawning that could have anything in them. Because that did not end well for anyone. Like, ever. It was a terrible idea. I need food. Where does one find food? Would there be food up here? Well, it's raining, and I don't see any animals for some reason. I don't know why there aren't any animals. There is a crafting table. What? Translation? Hold on. I must translate this. Claude and camera. Use photo. Translate. Translate. Everything is fine except the dragon. Yeah, I know. I don't know why that's there. It's not supposed to be. But I mean, it is technically, well, not technically. It's kind of an anarchy server, so I'm gonna just leave it. I mean, I could get rid of it. It's kind of funny though. It gives the server a very interesting vibe if you join and there's just an Ender Dragon near spawn and you're like, what the heck? Where did this come from? It came from a bugged events system. Thing was so bugged. Like, bro opened a portal that's just spawning wardens. I don't know what I was thinking when I was like, oh yes, I'll do this. So then I went into Claude Code because I hadn't made Fred yet, and I said, make this plugin that or mod. It's technically a mod because it's just Fabric, even though it doesn't need client mods. And I said, make this mod that will every day at 4 o'clock based off UTC or something. The time zones thing was messed up, and so that was also making it bug out, so it would just activate at random times. Like, the entire clock didn't work, because this was the old system, and I didn't put a lot of effort into it, and it was the old system for making him with AI, and I'm pretty sure it was before. It was when I had GitHub Copilot, and so I had so few tokens, and so I was using Claude, but I was using like their smallest model I was just making a mess. Everything was a mess. Everything was a mess for years. Everything was a mess until like the last update. The last update took so long to ship, not only because I had school and finals, so that delayed me for a few months, but basically before the update, I created Fred in a way that actually works, integrated him into Slack, and got everything working with Fred, which is my AI agent, and got him integrated into the system. That took forever. I had to write an entire system for how to handle Fred making updates, how to handle production, because I don't want to give AI production. I tried that once. Tried letting like just a agent or like I think it was Claude Code, but I had it on YOLO mode, like I was not paying attention. And and I was like, oh yeah, make something that can like pull my code from GitHub. And it was like, okay, I'll make that. And then it was just thought it would be a good idea to make the script delete everything there first. Which, okay, makes sense. You want to clear old code, but it wasn't just clearing old code. It deleted everything, and it deleted the entire Bovis GL world. That was fun. But yeah, the new Fred system is so much better than it's ever been, and it's probably just gonna get better. And I have so many tokens because my dad got a subscription for his agent, and he's letting me use it. And bro, his subscription has so many tokens. I'm like never gonna run out. It's insane. The stuff he does with his agents is insane. That he's able to do it. It's really cool. And I'm learning how to set it up, and I got my agent integrated with Slack for FF Tech, which is like the owner of Pirate Haven, kind of. It's not really an official thing yet. It's more of an experiment, but all the Pirate Haven GitHub repos are under there. Like if you look at the GitHub repos that are public for the mods that we released, they're all under FF Tech. Yeah. But it's very fun having Fred actually be able to code things, whereas before Claude Code was actually pretty good. Like I was pretty amazed by what Claude Code would do if I actually tried to pay attention in the least bit and had some idea what I was doing. Like I didn't have to touch a line of code. It could make a lot of things. It made that first version of the website. It made the entire voice system, which worked. The way it had me testing it, because didn't have Tailscale in the home network thing set up that lets me use HTTPS testing. It was very weird because my computer kept rejecting letting the website use my microphone during the testing, so I kind of had to test in production because I tried to rig a system that would stop that, and then it didn't really work. And just that whole update was kind of a mess, but, you know, and I was using quad code the whole time. But, like, this new system is so great. I have this, like, special VPN that, allows me to link to my home network from outside. So, like, when I went on a vacation a few weeks ago, and just the whole way there and the whole way back, because it was like a 2-day drive, I was just grinding on redesigning Fred and working on the local websites that were running at my house from the car from hundreds of miles away. It was pretty great. Like, I was just on the highway in the van, absolutely grinding, and completely redid Fred's system. And now Fred actually has some idea how to use GitHub, because I didn't really know how to use GitHub, but I think I figured it out now. It's a bit better. And the way updates are handled is so much better. It's great. And so the next update, I just need to figure out exactly what it needs to be. I mean, it's probably going to be updating all the mods that I've made, that like Pyrehaven has made for the latest Minecraft version, releasing them, waiting a couple weeks, then redoing the mod pack again, updating the website to reflect the new mod pack. I have to redo the mod pack every time I want to update the game, because not everyone always updates their mods, so I have to find equivalents or make my own if someone decides they don't want to, and they're just taking too long. But like the worst part is I use Terralith and Tectonic, and also Terralith. The people that made Terralith also made one for the Nether and one for the End. It was like Insidium and Nullscape or something like that. Which Nullscape is absolutely insane. Like, the Pyrehaven End is insane. I haven't actually been there in survival mode yet, because I kind of suck at the game and haven't gotten to that point. But when I was doing the trailer, I teleported far out in the end and looked for cool terrain, because I was like, what is it going to be? And I was very impressed. But those mods, because of the way they work, if you uninstall them, you have to recreate the world. Like, you can't uninstall them from a world. Everything just breaks, and the world, like, won't even run. The game will just crash. So I have to wait for those mods to update. I don't have a choice. And Terralith can sometimes take up to, like, 3 or 4 weeks to update. It's a long time. But, you know, usually how long... I mean, I get it. You got a lot to do. You gotta update your things. It's getting faster, though. And with Fred now, like, when I updated my mods after the mod pack was ready, because I waited, mostly because of school, and I just wasn't ready, and I wasn't really working. But when I got back to working, I was able to update all the mods in like 1 day. I was just like, hey Fred, can you update the mods that we made? Here's the GitHub repos, and here's an access token to GitHub so you can control it. And then it did, and I was like, here's a token to your Mobrynth account. Can you release them under the Pyrehaven organization? And it just did that. I had to go in and fix the metadata, because it didn't really understand how it's supposed to mark the mods, because they're kind of... They've got unusual metadata, because they're specific server mods, and they work on the client, which is actually a normal function, but the way you put it into Mobrynth, it looks like it's not. Like, you select server mod, because the mod works without client installs. It's a server mod. But then Modrinth is like, okay, server mod, and then won't let people install it if they're using the Modrinth API and they have, the lockout thing, or like if they have a launcher that installs mods, it'll tell them, hey, this mod won't work on your client. And then someone's like, well, I guess I can't use it in single player. It's basically a plugin. It's not basically a plugin. You can use all the server-side mods in single player. Unless you're using the older AI before I trained it. I guess not really trained it, but gave it skills. Before I gave it custom instructions and built the entire ecosystem for Fred when I just was using Claude Code, so I had to tell it everything every time. I would often tell it, I want this mod to be server side only, no client install needed. I'd have to repeat myself every time I made a new mod. I'd have to say, make it server only. And sometimes I'd have to repeat myself more than once. Like, I'd be working on it, and I'd tell, okay, make this update, and I'd do it, and I'd be like, wow, this is amazing, because I'd test with the /run client command just so I could test, and it'd be like, oh, yeah, oops. And then I'd be using it, and I'd be like, this is pretty amazing. I didn't know you could do this with just the server. This seems a little suspicious. And sure enough, I would put it on a test server and be like, you're an idiot. I already told you. Server side only. So I'm like, fix it. Use these workarounds. Here's how we can get a similar result without requiring client installs. And it was like, okay. And then it would do it. And then I'd want to test just the basic functions just to make sure it works at all before moving it to a test server, because it's not an agent, so I can't just put it on a test server. Like, I have to move it and all that, and I have to start the test servers, and not just, it's a whole thing. So I ran the /client command, and it would just crash, and I'd be like, what happened? Why'd it crash? And it was like, you tried to run it on a client, and you said server only. I could make it client again. And I'm like, you're supposed to put a star in the metadata, because the metadata tells it where it works, but you can't just be like, oh yeah, it's server only. I don't even know why that's an option. Like, if something is server only, it should still work in single player. It will always, from a code-driven perspective, there is absolutely zero circumstances where a server-only mod would simply not work in single player. The only thing that does that is if you mark in the metadata that it's server only. Which, who's limiting the amount of people who can use their mod like that? Why are you limiting that for zero purpose? There's zero code-related issues with running server-side mods in single player. I don't know why it's even an option to limit it to server only and not just not client. It's made for the server, but just make the code server only. And a client mod too. A client mod, it makes more sense, because if you put a client mod, depending on how it works, if it's pure client and you put it on a server, it's not going to work. But the client is single player. Single player is considered a client at load. It's considered, because when you load, you haven't decided whether you're doing multiplayer or single player yet. But that means that Fabric crashes it. Fabric's loading system is a little bit annoying. It just gets on my nerves sometimes, the way Fabric loads the mods. Specifically, the time I was trying to make a mod to bridge Fabric versions, because I was getting annoyed, and I'm still very annoyed with the fact that I have to wait to update the server. Like, tomorrow when the new Minecraft update comes out, I can't just be like, oh, we're updating the server. Like, I can go in, I can say, hey, Fred, can you update our mods? It'll do that. Like, it'll do that and they'll just work. I don't know how it does that, but last time I did that, it did it. It just did it. I didn't have to do anything else. I was like, update our mods. And it was like, okay. And then it went to GitHub, looked up what our mods were, got all the source code, updated everything to work with the latest version, ran it on its test servers, because Fred has his own test servers now, which are nice to have, because I don't need to, like, get the mod on my client unless I'm building a client mod, which I did do one. But the rest of them, I can just join the test server from my client and see if it works. And it usually does, like, when I'm updating it. And the main reason for this is, like, on paper or like server software, it's really nice that I'm able to update. And just because a mod says, or like a plugin, if a plugin says, oh, I made for this Minecraft version, you know, I made for Minecraft version 1.20, and you put it on a 1.26 server, it's not gonna crash. It's not going to purposely crash. It may send you a log saying, hey, this mod might not work, or this plugin might not work because you're on a different version than it's made for. But it lets you try what you want to try. You want to try running it? Go ahead, try running it. Fabrics, and I'm pretty sure every other loader. I'm not sure about every loader. I haven't really experimented with smaller ones, but like CurseForge, not CurseForge, Forge, NeoForge, Fabric, they all just crash. Like, they're not just logging it somewhere and then you're debugging it later and you can go see logs and you can go, oh, it's probably this mod that made my game crash. It doesn't wait for the mod to crash your game. It just crashes it force quits the game for you and brings you to a screen that says, this mod is incompatible. I'm like, what are you doing? Rewriting the entire Fabric API every single time it updates? Like, that's not how that works. I mean, I get, maybe you change a lot of stuff. Maybe I'm not very knowledgeable on this. Maybe I shouldn't be talking, but it just seems a little weird to me that every time the API changes, like the game changes, right? Are they rewriting the API every time the game changes? I mean, I guess sometimes I find some silly changes that I'm like, why the changes like that? Like, why are we changing the name of something? Is this helping people? But yeah, it's really annoying, and something that probably would work fine, like, you wouldn't even have any actual issues running the mod on the next version, especially the hotfix versions, when it's like Minecraft just updated because they had a big bug in the latest update, and so now there's a bug fix. Oh, you can't use this mod until the developer decides to go in and change the metadata and test. And they don't always do that. Like, they're not doing that 24/7. If they're not a big developer, they're not doing that. And if they don't have an agent, they have to go in and do it, and then it's just not worth it most of the time to do that as fast as possible. And so then it doesn't work with the bug fix that Mojang put out, because the Fabric API is like, oh, like the Fabric loader, it goes, oh, this mod was made for this version. You're on one version later. Please upgrade your Minecraft version. Or please downgrade your Minecraft version or upgrade the mod. And I'm like, okay, interesting. And you can go in and you can change the metadata, add the newer version to the list, and then it'll work. You didn't even have to change any code. Sometimes you do, though. Sometimes it's the most random things. It's like the class path name, like the mapping name changed for a random function. They were just like, we're using a different name now. Why? Just why? Like, I understand you're not always having backwards compatibility. If you need to change the API to get it to work with the latest version, go ahead and do that. And I know that even when versions seem small, they can have huge changes. Like, they've been making huge server changes. They changed the entire loading system, the rendering API. Like, that's a huge change. Of course, every client mod is going to have to update after that to work. But can you at least let mods try to work even if they're marked incompatible? Because they might work. No, none you can't. You just need to crash. What's super duper annoying is that there are these crazy projects, right? There's like Via version, Geyser, these crazy projects for servers that can bridge versions. Like, you can bridge between Bedrock and Java. Those are completely different games. Like, if you can do that, if you can bridge the latest Minecraft client joining an older server, if you can bridge that, if names are changing, if the API is changing, and you can make a middleman that says, oh, this is a newer client, these things changed, it's going to send this data to the server, and the server is going to flag the client as invalid or not understand the data it's sending. If you can bridge that, if you can make a middleman that handles that, you can make a middleman that handles mods the same way, can't you? Like, you could make a middleman that I could take the patch notes for the latest Fabric version, and I can give them to Fred, and I can say, make mappings for these. And it can make the mappings for that, the middleman, and then you'd be able to load the mods. But it doesn't work that way. Because you can't load the mods. Like, I can put the middleman there, but it doesn't matter if the middleman's there if the mods refuse to load before the middleman can even load. Because the game scans all of the metadata of every single mod. If something is flagged as potentially incompatible because the version in the metadata wasn't updated, it'll just immediately crash the game entirely without loading any mods or anything. And so I'm like, what are we doing? Right, this is not allowing me. Now, there is a workaround to this. I should probably try it before I even talk, because there's probably good reasons for this, and I haven't tried because I kind of forgot about the project. I need to do that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow or today. Look into that project again, because I always could just make a separate folder, like how Cardboard or other projects like that work, like the projects that let plugins load on mod servers. Like, you can load paper plugins on a Fabric server using Cardboard, and that requires you to go into the client, or not the client, the mods folder, like run the game with the cardboard mod, and then go into the mod folder later, and then go into a subfolder for cardboard that contains the mods, because Fabric doesn't flag subfolders. If there's a random folder in there, who cares? There's a random folder sitting in here. We're not gonna care about that. There's a mod that has metadata that says it might not work with this version. We're gonna crash the whole game. What are we doing? Yeah. I have night vision and Frostwalker. Can I sprint without falling off? So yeah. This is way better than boating. This is kind of fun. I'm just like run across the water. Run away! I should keep these boots forever. That would be so fun in PvP. And bro just has enchanted leather boots, and they're like, why? What is your armor set? And I run to the ocean, and they don't have a boat, and they're fighting me on land. And I just start running off, and they're like, gotta get a boat or swim. I guess you could just swim after me. This is faster than swimming, though, isn't it? I'm not really sure if it is or not, but I'm gonna assume it is. Plus, you can trap people under the ice. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm gonna look into the uh, bridging project again, because I can theoretically just use a subfolder, and then I can figure out if that project is actually even possible, because it was all theoretical, and I think I might have oversimplified how you would actually load those. But I mean, video version works. Geyser works. Why can't my project? I need a good name for it. It's a good name. A good name. Good name. Oh, I was gonna call it versionless. That's what I was gonna call it. Cause like the mods no longer require a specific version. So then you're going versionless. That makes some sense, I think. Okay, we're gonna try this again. This time I have actual gear. Do I have wool? Is the ice cracking while I'm standing on it? Is that how Frostwalker works? Okay, I don't have wool, so I can't set my spawn. That's okay. I really just need some doors. Right, that's the main thing I need. A couple of doors. Right, even just like 3. Here we go. Doors and probably an axe would be good too. Let me make an axe. There we go. Now I can go exploring. Hopefully not die this time. Are those Elder Guardians? If I get mining fatigue, I'm so dead. Bro, why are there so many Elder Guardians? I'm just gonna have to go for it. If I get mining fatigue, Yep, there it is. And I'm about to run out of breath. So let me just make this. How long does it take with mining fatigue? Like, is it really that bad? Yeah. That's pretty bad. I can't pick up the door. No. I wish I had milk. Then I wouldn't have to deal with this stupid problem. How long does mining fatigue even last? 4 minutes? This is stupid. I have to sit here for 4 minutes. Hello, little crafter. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, I've just been yapping, playing on Pyrehaven. I'm exploring an ocean monument right now. I accidentally got mining fatigue, though. This is taking forever. This is... I have an axe. Like, I didn't realize how strong mining fatigue was. I thought it was a slight inconvenience. This is not a slight inconvenience. I've been holding this for like a solid minute. Is it even possible to break things with mining fatigue? Like, do they ever even break? No, I guess I have to wait. I can check something real quick then. Okay. 30. But even then, if it took 10 seconds, then that would just be 30 seconds. No, wait, 30 times 10. That's 300 seconds. Wow. It doesn't take 10 seconds to break a door, though. It takes like 5 or 4. But 4 times 30 is still 12 times 10. That's still 120. That's still 2 minutes. It's insane. How much longer do I have this for? 2 minutes. So I can break this block. Probably the effect will wear off before I can even break this block. Am I just going to immediately get it again? Is that how that works? If the Elder Guardian is still there, is it just going to give me mining fatigue again? Okay. How long is the range? Maybe I should go kill them. Bro is stuck inside there. Ah! Stupid. I just reset the timer. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 more minutes of this. And now that guy's trying to kill me. And now there's 2 of those guys trying to kill me. And I can't even crit hit them because I'm underwater. Was exploring this a terrible idea? Is that the lesson here? Can I even... Nope. Wow. I guess I'm just terrible at the game. Yeah, I know the monuments give nothing good. I have a lot of mods on this server, though. And the monument... I was looking at one earlier, because I was at one and I got in a little bit further. And it was like made of copper, and it looked really cool. So I don't know if the loot changed, but it looked cool. So I thought it might be worth trying to get. But yeah. Did you see the new update that we released recently? My stream is laggy? Let me investigate. Oh, yep, there it goes. I see that. I'll probably end streaming soon. Yeah. Do you wanna come help me find a base? I think I'm gonna end stream because it's being laggy. And I wanna find a base and I don't wanna be on stream when I do that. So, goodbye, stream. This is OGMoo-cow signing off. How does one sign off again? I forgot. Oh, there.